Hello, everybody. Welcome to EWN's A Meditation a Day. We've got Master Spiritual Teacher here, GP Walsh, myself, Lisa Berry, and we are going to be heading into your meditation. And I'd love to set the stage. We'll do a little foundation here. Always a surprise for GP what I come up with. And being January 2023, it's not about intentions. It's not about resolutions or goal setting, but it is about sowing seeds and planting seeds. And not just like your regular, okay, well, yeah, let's plant a seed, watch it grow, or plant a seed in our mind. So it's not about a new mindset. It's not about anything like that. But GP, if we were to think about planting seeds as something to look forward to, something that's going to grow that we can nurture. I was going along those lines and how, sometimes when we lack luster, we might not have that excitement in life, or we tend to make goals or resolutions and things about things we don't like. But planting a seed, lots of seeds sounds like, ooh, I wonder what will grow and how it will grow. But my question with this, and we'll talk a little bit about it first, is who are we planting seeds for? And do we need to know who we are in order to plant seeds that will be in the best, for our higher selves?
Well, that's really interesting. They often talk about, we'll use the phrase, the seeds of karma.
Oh.
Because everything we do, every thought, every action, every intention creates a rippling effect forward. You can't help it. This is the way it works. Now, what's important to grasp is that there's two approaches to spirituality. One is the best known one is the progressive path, where you are learning, you're growing, you're becoming more compassionate, more nuanced, more wise, more patient, really cultivating all of the good qualities, planting all of the seeds of patience and compassion and wisdom, right? And the metaphor of a seed is a good one, because bringing about a transformation is not a one and done thing any more than going to the gym once or twice and you're done. It's a habitual thing. Now, the other side, the other approach, which is less known, which is the approach of Zen and of Advaita Vedanta, is the direct path, or the sudden realization. And in that, the whole idea of planting seeds for future lives or future experiences has nothing to do with knowing who you are. Not that you shouldn't do it, obviously, right? Eat well, exercise. We're going to be doing those things. But if we think that somehow by creating better karma for ourselves, we're going to become fully self-aware, you're wrong. It doesn't work that way, because knowing who you are is a gift. It is not an accomplishment. It's not a reward. If it was something, if the self-realization, if knowing who you were, and the total freedom that we all seek, that total peace that we all seek, if it was the result of some process or some technique or something we went through, or some philosophy, if it was the result of anything, it wouldn't be eternal truth. It would be just another thing. I mean, it's either here now or it's not here at all, right? If it's truth, it's always here. So it's not the result. It's not a consequence. It's a realization. It's when we recognize that the earth was moving and not the sun, it didn't change the experience we had. But where did that illusion go?
Yeah.
It just vaporized. There was nothing there. And this is what we have to recognize, that for the sense of a person having multiple lives and multiple experiences and all of that kind of stuff, which is just the flow of life, there's progress and evolution, and it's very natural. It's part of the human experience. Nothing wrong with it. Plant all the seeds you want. Right? but it doesn't tell you who you are. That's a completely different thing. And it's a point I try to make all the time. You cannot gain self-knowledge. You can only awaken to it. Right? I mean, if you're having a dream at night, and in your dream, you realize you're dreaming and you're going looking for who you are you ever going to find yourself? You're not in the dream.
Right. Yes. Is that kind of true? Because I'm thinking about the seed now. Thinking, I sprout, and so I have a seed, and then I let it grow, and it does this thing really quickly, or that we can plant a seed, and we have to wait quite a long time to get a tree. So the tree is in the seed; it's always there, and it's just going to happen. So the truth that it is going to be a tree, but it doesn't need to know. It's not going to know it's a tree,
right? But you will.
But yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's the great blessing of the human consciousness. We get to witness. We stand as the witness for the tree's beauty.
Oh, pretty.
Because without consciousness, what would it be? I mean, if there was nothing there to say, "Wow, that's amazing," the actual nature of it, the appreciation of the nature of it, would be unknown. That's our job. What a great role to be in. And it's really inaccurate to think of, well, it's going to be a tree. That is a tree. That's the tree.
Right. Oh, yes. Okay, I like that.
We want to, again, in our minds, in our discursive thought, we kind of compartmentalize stuff. It's the tree, and now it's the sprout, now it's the sapling, and then eventually now it's the tree. No, it's the tree is not a thing. It's a never unfolding process. And so that seed is as much the tree as the 200-foot giant sequoia.
Mm. And so as we do self-inquiry and if just take that time to go, I don't want to say inward because I know that's a weird thing, but when we are asking these questions, we will still plant our seeds. We will live our lives. We will have these it's full abundant because it already is abundant. We just go along being the witness of it, appreciating it, being there for it. So
participating in it fully, but without stress.
Right. So is the witnessing could we call meditation taking the time to witness with intention? Did I push that?
There's one kind of meditation where that would be it. Yes. The meditations I do have no intention.
Okay. Because
intention is always outward, right? It's by definition, it's not focused on right now. Right? There's some ambition for a result of some kind, right? I'm setting an intention, right? The only intention that I include is the intention to have no intention, to simply be present with what is here, right? Which in a sense is an intention. But it's the highest intention you can have, to simply set aside all your ambitions and aspirations, to just simply see if you can witness yourself as you are, without any additional context, right? And that's what it's all about, right? That meditation is to remove everything that you're not, so there's the pure experience of what you are. And that's the highest meditation. That's what it's for. It also can serve as the role of learning to have more disciplined mind, concentrate better, not have the monkey mind jumping all over the place. Right? It can do that, but ultimately that is to serve the purpose of that deep looking within, to find what is me, what's original equipment, right? What was added later, beliefs that I picked up, and assumptions and attitudes and ideas and the like, even eventually getting to the point, is this body me? Did I just start to exist when the sperm hit the egg, and when this whole thing stops functioning, I cease to exist? I mean, it's the questions we want to know, right? And if I'm not the body, then the answer is no. the body comes and goes, I don't. But if that's the case, then what am I?
Yes. So this is kind of interesting then. We are the seed and the tree. And so if I could pre-title a meditation, perhaps it's seeing the tree in the seed.
That's a beautiful way of putting it. Yeah. And seeing the seed in the tree.
Yeah.
I mean, which one is the tree? Right? Which one is you? The 5-year-old Lisa, the 20-year-old Lisa, the 40-year-old Lisa? Which one's Lisa?
I guess the one I am now. Or always
was. all of them, right? When you really think about it, what is Lisa? You can't say. Every one of those is an aspect of what we know of as Lisa. Yeah. Right? So what's Lisa? Who knows?
So
it's a mystery.
I would love and just invite everybody here just to follow along, just be present and hear GP's meditation. GP always includes some self-inquiry, which is what we talk about and what we do, but it also is just that time to, as you said, stop the outside, the intention of that we're all talking about this year's going to be, and New Year's and
that's
all
right.
this stuff. And
let's make 2023 the best,
Yes. It can have some fun plans, and we can have some things. We have lots of seeds that we're kind of holding, but perhaps this will allow us to really be present, yes, as we are continuously sowing the seeds that we already are. So
yes,
I'll let you guide us, take us away, GV.
All right, take it away, G. Yes, close your eyes and just take a few breaths. And the only intention allowed right now is to simply let go of anything that takes you away from this moment right here and right now. That means no New Year's resolutions, no aspirations. We can pick them all up later. We're not trying to throw them out for good, just for a moment. In this new year, let's be in a space that is completely empty of everything other than you. That means our plans, our aspirations, our desires, they're all there. You don't have to worry about them. But for a moment, let's not make them the be-all and end-all of our lives. Let's just see what's here if I completely empty my pockets. What's left? I take away all the ideas I have about myself, the ones I like and the ones I don't like, all of the aspirations and ambitions I have for this next year and my whole life, all the comparisons I make with others, all the places I seem to come up short. Set it aside. And all of the thoughts that arise, the critical thoughts, envious thoughts of, I'm not where I should be. Why is it so hard? The world's really in a bad state. Without judging or criticizing, just set it aside. Do not engage in that line of reasoning or line of inquiry. Instead, engage in an inquiry that is directed completely towards you. Honors you so much that it's worth it to just spend a short amount of time finding you in the middle of all the thoughts and desires and experiences. The pure you. The you that was there when you were 5, and 15, and 25, and 50, if you've gotten that far yet, or 70. Notice you were there the whole time, having different experiences. But who are you? Taking all those experiences out of the picture for a moment. What was there? And if you want to expand it, even imagine all the past lives that we've had. All the different versions of you. See how they've come and gone. Just stay with that for a minute. I think we're having a little technical difficulties here.
Can you hear me?
I can.
It sounds like what Suzanne said. There's a fly stuck on the mic or something.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm going to mute myself and see if I can find out what the fly's up to.
Oh, that's good.
Is the fly still there?
No, he's gone. I think it provided some. Susanna's making me laugh.
Well, I see how dedicated you all are to your meditation. The little fly, and all of a sudden you're all over the place. My goodness, are you bad students or my bad teacher?
Okay. Oh.
Where were we? Right. We were completely letting go of everything that interferes, if I remember correctly. I'm sure if it happens again, you'll all let me know. Actually, you can't see Lisa, but I can. And I can see the look on her face immediately when something goes wrong. And I know something is up. Anyway, even the flies want to come to meditation. So notice how easily distracted we are. How our minds simply want to jump from one thing to another. And so I will ask again, of all of that, what is you? Where are you in all of that? Because you're clearly here. You've been here through every experience in this life and every other life you've ever had. And where are you? You are the only thing that did not come from a seed. All experiences did. Every idea, every impulse, every desire had a seed, had a tiny beginning and grew. But not you. You had no beginning point. You had no origin. The mind can't conceive of this, but you have simply always been. The body's changed, of course. Names have changed. Circumstances have changed. But all being watched, witnessed from this unchanging place. Even if the mind is jumping around and I say, I can't concentrate today. Is there not something that is quite still and quiet that's watching the mind as it can't concentrate? I always want to bring attention to the most subtle and yet most direct experience we're all having. And that is of your own awareness. We can't talk about a quiet mind or a busy mind, a focused mind or a cluttered mind, without there being something aware of both. Now, what is that? Or rather, who is that? Isn't that you? Aren't you the one that is aware that the mind won't concentrate today? And also aware on those days when it's so focused, it's like a laser beam. Which one of those is more you? The one watching or the thing being watched? Every idea we have of ourselves appears to something that is not an idea of ourselves. Every thought you have appears on this inner screen. Every feeling, every sensation, every memory, every experience, all register to this unchanging, fully aware something. Can't even say what it is. I can't say who it is. It's you. That is you. And that is not subject to any of the antics of the monkey mind. In fact, could the monkey mind even exist if you weren't there to see it? Could any thought or feeling exist without some consciousness there to witness it? As I said earlier about the tree, what would the tree be if you weren't here to witness it? Truth is simple, direct. And notice that this is not something that comes and goes. It's there all the time. Which is why in this path, it is realization. It's not an accomplishment. It is simply an awakening. So the microphone begins to buzz like a bug, and our attention jumps to it. That's what it does. It's normal. But where are you? You don't have to stop it jumping. But could the appearance of the mind and attention just jumping towards something happen if you weren't there to see it? There is at the center of you a point of cognition. It's like a plane of recognition. Where even the most subtle things like space are cognized. The simplicity of this path is that it does not ask you to do anything at all. Simply let go of whatever it is that you are experiencing that you've mistaken for yourself. If you can perceive it, it cannot be you. And you, who perceives everything, cannot be perceived. The eye can't see itself. A knife can't cut itself. Scale can't weigh itself. And the self cannot perceive itself. This knowingness is the Buddha, the Christ, the I Am, the first principle, God. Numerous names, but the best name for it is simply me. To take another deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
I had to open my eyes. Oh, that was so beautiful. There's so many different things that come up to mind, and then you think, oh, that was my number one awakening with you, was if I can perceive it, then it's not me. Like, that was so helpful. I remember many times laughing at myself because I was upset how I behaved or reacted to something. I was like, whoa, hold on, back up. If I'm perceiving it, it's not me. I don't have to be that person. That helps.
Exactly so. Exactly so. It is so simple and so self-evident when you look at it. Right? Anything I'm looking at is an other. And if my intention, for my deepest intention for my life, is to know myself as I am, not how I think I am, not any of the extra baggage I've picked up along the way, but what I really, really, truly am, then that is the most powerful mantra you can have. Yeah. Okay, that's not me. And that fits right in, the ancient Advaita technique of neti. Not this, not that. Oh. Neither this nor that nor both nor neither. Whatever it is, nope, that's not me. That's the entire practice, because because that which is doing the perceiving cannot be perceived, because if you could, it wouldn't be you. Which means the practice is simply the discarding of everything you perceive as yourself. You don't have to discard with what is being perceived, right? That's fine. Just not identifying it as myself. It's something other than myself. And of course, the big insight is that because you cannot be perceived, right, nothing you know about yourself is true.
Hold on here. Nothing you know about yourself isn't true.
It's
Can't
true.
be true. Is true. Nothing that you know about yourself is true.
Is true. It is just temporary. It's transient.
Right. And that actually kind of is like a seed, because the seed again, it goes through a lot of different phases, and each one is it, but not it.
Correct. Well, the seed of identity, right? Very early on, when we have a sense of this is who I am, right? You know, your parents are telling you, you're little Greggy, right? You're little Lisa, you're your boy, your girl, you do that. Boys do this, girls do that. That's a seed. Right. That gets planted, and then that begins to grow, and it attracts other thoughts like it, and before you know it, you've got this very complex identity, all based on a seed of something that was never true.
That's right. Yes. I'm imagining something like thinking I've planted seeds before, thinking it was one thing, and then I'm like, hey, that seed must have got mixed up.
What was that?
That's not what that was.
Well, we do that all the time. We start out with our plans thinking they're going to go head one way, and they go completely the opposite direction. Well, what the heck happened?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is so beautiful. I have a small invitation, because this is our shorter time together, yes, when we do it with EWN. And I want to say hello to everyone. I have an exciting announcement to share. We're doing something special for the EWN crew, I guess. I'm not sure what to call these lovely people. And if you'd like to join in, we're inviting you to be a part with EWN. But it's going to be on the second Monday of every month at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And GP is going to be holding the very own EWN's tapping session. So we're going to do that for half an hour and invite everybody. That's actually free. We do have the looking class where we meet weekly for the whole month, where that's a paid program, and you're more than welcome to check that out. But if you'd like to just give it a try, come on over to EWN. So we'll do it next Monday. So the second Monday of every month at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So please join us for that. That's going to be a lovely thing to do together. We can do more of this. I was like, I forgot to tell you when that was, so it's going to be surprising.
Yeah, I know. Well, thank you. You're invited. I guess I'll be there.
But just while we're here, I want to see if are there any questions that because we do have about 6 minutes, we could just. I love that Brian needed the good laugh over the fly. I think we'll have to thank Susanna for making that extra funny. And Rosario, what do you think of us? Oh, and Ava, and it's everybody's wanting to make sure that you are in good health, and that we all are. Great first lessons from Babaji. Faith. Yes, if you can perceive that it is not you. That was one of my favorite ones. Yes. Aw, meditation of the lake and the moon. Ooh. Are you familiar with that one?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. The lake and the mind. It's a meditation I have out. It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's a free one.
Is it called that? If somebody were to search it?
It's called the lake and the mind.
And the mind. Oh, not the moon, but the mind. Oh, thank you, Faith, yeah, for sharing that. Okay, the lake and the mind.
But it is about the moon. It uses the metaphor of the moon reflected on the lake.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to listen to that as well. And Ava, that is at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So they'll put you at your bedtime. Oh. And Melissa just wrote something, and I actually thought she said time flies, but she said thank you, and then flies included. Well, we're just so happy that we are here with all of you, EWN. Thank you for your meditation a day. Please join in on there are other meditators, guides and teachers who join us, and we shall see you all very soon.
Oh, wait, no, there's one here from Susanna. There's a question you missed.
Oh, Susanna. Okay. Do we have the link for the looking class?
No, the one right above that.
So
we don't have the link to the looking class yet.
Okay, yes. So when we are frustrated with ourselves, what is really going on? Today she feels annoyed with herself. You're perceiving it, so it's not you. But I'll let GP go from there.
Well, you start with that. You start with that. Okay, so there's a feeling of being annoyed, right? Okay, it's a feeling, right? And it's being perceived. Right? So now if you turn it into a story, I'm annoyed with myself, which is a thought that has nothing to do with the feeling, you have just bought the farm. And it will begin to expand and have to start going into all the reasons why it's all happening. And all of it came from that seed of a feeling of being annoyed that was being perceived. So you identify with the feeling or you identify with the perceiver. If you identify with the perceiver, the feeling is just a feeling. There's no story whatsoever. And it'll hang around for a while and then go, as all feelings do. Maybe very quickly, right? Maybe not, but it's always, the temptation is always to identify with the feeling. And the identification is a function of mind. There's nothing wrong with the feeling. There's a feeling of being annoyed. Okay, there's a feeling. And you can meditate on that by just going into the pure sensation in the body. And the discipline is being with the feeling without the story. And notice that our story about the feeling and the feeling have nothing to do with each other. They've gotten linked together, but it's a soft link. It's not hardwired. It's a soft link that simply it triggers this feeling of annoyance. It triggers this whole sense of, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing well enough. It's all my fault, right? All this old stuff that mom and dad put into our heads, right? And other people as well. So just set all of that aside. Set every thought aside, because even the thought, I feel annoyed with myself, is being perceived. It's just a thought appearing, right? Now, is the one that it's appearing to, is that one annoyed? Or is it just perceiving annoyance? And then if it's perceiving it, well, then it's not me. It's just something that's happening. And I've just gotten, through my whole life, I've been drawn into this notion that somehow it's me and I got to do something with it. And it's important. It's not. It's just a feeling, and you can let it pass through. And that is the only way you truly become free of it.
I can feel that was helpful. That was helpful for me.
Yeah, I didn't want that one to go by before we cut it off. So I know that extended us longer than we wanted to go, but that just seemed like it was important to address. Yeah.
We trust you. Thank you for
not a good idea.
Thank you, everybody, for your questions, and continue if you're watching this later on a replay. Please add any questions or comments as well, because we read them and we answer, and we invite you to the next thing that could possibly help you along your path. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, GP. Thank you, EWN, and we'll see you guys all soon. Bye-bye.